Hello, welcome to another episode of Constitutionalist Podcast. I am your host, Joseph M. Leonard. That's L-E-N-A-R-D. It looks French. It's not. It's Leonard without an O. Thank you for tuning in. As Graham Norton used to say on his show, let's get on with the show! Hello, gang. How are you doing? This is a cheat segment. I am recording this as a lead-in to a standard Saturday show that is going to now air through the audio platforms, 25 plus, of Constitutionalist Podcasts. What was formerly a CTP video exclusive that I feel needs to go out as a regular show. So bear that in mind when recorded. It was a video exclusive. So the dates, it could be from a month ago. It could be from a couple months ago. So bear that in mind when you hear things regarding time frames. It may be from a while ago, so particular references may be a little dated. And this segment of cheat, right? I'm recording it. I'll be using it with several video exclusives turned Saturday episodes. Without further ado, let's get on with the show! This is going to be an odd episode. This will be video exclusive. I'm trying to look here. 7, I think, for November of 2025. Seeing on the watching OAN, One American News Network, the scroll. Read it. DOT unveils first of its kind advanced female crash test dummy. Well, I actually wrote about this coming years ago. I tried to look. I don't remember if it was its own piece or part of another piece. Can't remember the title. I tried searching my Before It's News pieces as well as my thelibertybeacon.com pieces, Substack, Blogspot. Can't find it, unfortunately. That upsets me because I covered all this years ago, right? The good, the bad, and the ugly of it. Let's discuss it, right? But the party that can't define what a woman is under BiDUMB and Pete Buttplug and crew started this. Oh, we need female crash test dummy stuff. You don't know what a woman is, but all of a sudden in crash test dummies, you'll be able to figure that out. Okay, well, the test dummies we've done for vehicle crash tests have more or less been valid and good, and we finally figured out, right, do different sizes. We needed kid sizes. And no offense to women here, right, but the smaller ones were in for women because, right, we're all different bodies, heights and weights and bone densities, right? Men, there are different in bone densities between males. And females generally, yes, have a smaller, thinner, weaker bone density structure. So there are differences between men and women, but the standard crash test dummies for effects of a crash on a bone structure generally were good enough. This might not be necessary unless, I dare say, is there going to be a female pregnant, a Midge Barbie, a family values Barbie, female crash test dummy, where we're Pregnant Barbie, different stages of pregnant crash test female, complete with fetus, is then used for testing. I dare say that would be a great benefit then. So, is it necessary? No. Can we create any and all situations, every size man and woman, every phase of life of man and woman, and require automotive companies, plane makers testing plane crashes, train crashes, what falling out of a tree type dummies, the army deploying by parachute. Oh, you've got to test every size and shape, male and female, and age of male and female, and weight type of male and no, that's not realistic. So we try to test the average person. And if you're under the average or over the average, I feel for you. I'm concerned for you, but you can't test for everything. And that's kind of the fallacy of this. But government overreach, government overstep, government ridiculous requirements. But this female crash test dummy thing started under Biden and the party who couldn't tell you the difference, that there is no difference. If your argument, idiots on the left, is there's no difference in male and female, then where are your posts saying a female crash test dummy is an irrelevant development and a cost unneeded? Because there are no differences according to you. So there's good in this, there's bad in this, right? The additional cost add-ons of government overreach requirements is ridiculous. If, again, pregnant female crash test dummies, so we could test things regarding not only the female, but impacts of dangers and issues regarding a fetus in a crash, well, that would be great. But again, you test for the norm. You test for the average. The average person in a crash is not a pregnant female. Although I almost forgot. I can't wait for Gutfeld tonight, right? A sexist would say segment, right? A female crash test dummy. I'm channeling Gutfeld here, right? This is a joke, people. Calm down, relax, right? A female crash test dummy is absolutely needed because, those female drivers, right? They're more likely to get into a crash. I mean, if I can think of the joke, I would imagine somebody on the Gutfeld crew has got to be able to think of that and follow with the usual, a sexist would say, kind of thing, right? What's next? Do Caucasian test dummies, Asian test dummies, right? I just went. You can see the video. Rental Family, the movie. Take Brandon Fraser, great A+++ film, fantastic. See that. Rental Family movie review video takes place in Japan. Asians generally, not always, not all, the average have a smaller body size than European, American, Caucasian. Do we need Asian test dummies? Do we need French and German and Italian and Mexican crash test dummies, to deal with the general averages of the sub-regional people, right? Not different races. We are all one human race. Do we need black crash test dummies? White? Every shade of skin tone in between? We are one race. One. the human race. We may be different skin tones based on regional developments. We may be different subcultures based on regional developments. We have different faiths, religions, a lot of the times based on different regional subcultures, but we are one human race, which is why in CTP3, the anti-Semitism chapter, leftist, idiotic, victimhood mindset, right? People who are so pathetic that they must blame an entire subculture, subclass of humans for their never-ending failures in life, whether it be white folks that blame black folks or black folks who blame white folks for all their failings in life because they don't apply themselves. Yes, yes, yes. Cultural Marxists, if we accept the term racism, yes, there is a certain degree of racism. But thelibertybeacon.com, I do have a piece on the victimhood mentality, right? Racism doesn't exist around every corner. There aren't white people spending all day, every day, following around black people to find a way to sabotage their life. Same with the anti-Semitic idiocy. Jews don't have all day, every day to sit around and hide behind every tree, under every stone, as the trope goes, around every corner, to follow you, anti-Semitic moron, around to try to sabotage your life all day, every day. They have their own lives to worry about. You morons. How about you look in the mirror and figure out what's wrong with your life? CTP shows I have coming up someone talking about self-sabotage. You need to hear that episode, right? Sometimes we self-sabotage ourselves. Can you look in your mirror and be honest that you are the one doing things, causing your own problems? But back to the right, this is about crash test dummies. The point being, all one race, two sexes, two genders, male and female, all else is abnormalcy, anomalies. I can't think of the scientific word I'm looking for here, but I think you know what I mean, right? Male and female, different skin tones, different sizes and shapes, different heights. But in general, the crash test dummies were very sufficient for testing the average, the standards, the norms. You can't test for everything in any situation. I'm all fuzzy now. I'm going to, excuse me a second as I toggle to the HP laptop webcam, which is covered up, and then back again. There we go. You can see me clearly again. You can't test every situation for every other situation. It's just not feasible. So can some good come from the announcement today? The first of its kind female crash test dummy? Yes. But again, what age? What weight? Is it pregnant? The devil's in the detail. And could, and should we make a billion different variations to try to cover all the types of sizes and shapes of females rather than what we've been doing, the average male kind of test dummy, as well as, of course, children. Children are indeed male or female, no matter the skin tone, no matter the sub-reason, children's body masses are less, their sizes are less, their bone densities are less. So those made sense to make and test as averages. Average kids, no matter the skin tone or where they're from. The same with the test dummies we've been using since the car was invented, since parachuting was invented, since planes and trains were invented to test for crashes. So I think I'll leave it right there, right? It kind of, the good, the bad, and the ugly of it. Some good, yeah, might come out of it, absolutely. Does that outweigh the added regulation expense? Is the science that's going to come out of it outweigh, cost to benefit ratio? I hate to put it that way. Yes, every person matters. And I just reached out to somebody to have on as a guest, going to talk about consumer data, right? Why are we marketed to the way we are, right? Well, the data, we all want to be MLK Jr. style individuals, treated as an individual, not a number. But reality is, a lot of us, maybe even most of us at times, fit into a pattern, fit into a data set. That's the crash test dummy thing, the average, the general, the norm. You can't test for every variation and or abnormality. Do we need trans crash test dummies? There's a great, perfect example. How far do you take this? Ridiculous. Trans crash test dummies. I have no doubt that some on the left will now be demanding such, especially since I've put the notion out there of the idiocy of it, that they will then, oh yeah, we got to grab onto that. More rainbow alphabet mafia pandering. I could say more, but it would be just trying to say what I've already said a little differently. I think you get it. I think you understand it. If I didn't articulate it well enough, I apologize. That's on me. Maybe listen a few more times. It will come to you, the points herein. Thank you all. Take care. God bless. Love you all. Like and subscribe to Constitutionalist Politics Podcast and share episodes. We need your help. Announcing Constitutionalist Podcast gear, CTP gear, or CTP wear if you prefer. Headgear, like hats. Torso gear, apparel. Drink gear, mugs and glasses, and the sort. So, subscribe to CTP at tinyurl.com/subscribe to CTP. Get your CTP gear via tinyurl.com/CTP gear. And of course, get your Joseph M. Leonard Media manuscripts via josephmleonard.us/shop. And again, that's Leonard without an O. josephmleonard.us/shop. Thank you for having tuned into another Constitutionalist Podcast show. I really appreciate that you stopped by. Again, please like, share, subscribe. We need you to help spread the Constitutionalist movement. Thank you again. Take care. God bless. Love you all.